Hello everyone. I have the pleasure to have with me here today Pubudu Abayasiri, who is the Associate Director of Digital Products at CLP. Welcome, Pubudu.
You did a great job on the name, by the way.
Thank you so much. I rehearsed that. So we're here today at the Great Room, and we just had a brilliant panel discussion about corporate and startup collaboration. Give us a little bit some insights on why you think this is beneficial.
It's actually incredibly helpful for us. So we're a 118-year young company that's actually going through quite a bit of a transformation, where the energy sector is changing as a whole across the globe. There are EVs, there are electric vehicles that are coming through, there is renewable energies. There's actually a lot more expectations from our customers. And we find innovation is a great channel for us to address some of these opportunities that are out there. And we've had this journey for a few years now, where we looked at building a capability internally, but then also making sure that we can be very customer focused and make sure that we can stay true to our core, and then make sure we can provide a lot of value for our customers as well.
So what do you exactly do as an Associate Director for Digital Products? It's quite a large job scope, right?
A lot of people at the company ask me that. So I look at different technologies that are out there that can either save costs for the core business or could be a new service, an energy service for our corporate customers. So some examples are that we have a range of products which are related to things like smart lighting or building energy saving, or even simply getting more visibility of energy consumption. Everyone is focused on sustainability, making sure that they can make the right impact in their business operations, and we help customers do that. Some examples of how we operate. So we've set up an office in Science Park where we work closely with Science Park and the ecosystems that are there to identify, are there great solutions that could add value to CLP or our different customers. So we make sure that we can trial different products, we test them, we identify what the value proposition is, and then we can go to market together to help our customers save energy.
Yes, and you shared some concrete examples. I don't know if you want to give one or two highlights and what really made these programs successful or this collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. So CLP, in a broader sense, is part of the Free Electrons program. So it's an accelerator program that's amongst 9 other global utilities. And together, we closely work with startups where we can identify there's a particular problem that a startup has, and a hypothesis of how they could serve us or our market. And then we work closely together to see if we can do a pilot and then shape that business model in order to make sure that we get the right fit. So through that program, we've been there for more than a year now. There's been startups that have been ranging from energy saving on buildings, or have been equipment faults, and also areas such as we're going to have to do another take on this, by the way. So areas such as lighting as well. And the way that we do this is that we will work together, we will have a pilot, and then we'll actually have our core business units work with the startups to make sure that we get the right solution.
Right, and it's important how to really manage that collaboration. And for our audience, could be startup founders, could be corporate decision makers. Is there some advice you can share, or some pitfalls that they should be avoiding?
Yeah, absolutely. So from a corporate standpoint, it's really important to have the right sponsor. So to make sure that you have someone that's invested in solving that problem and has a right open mindset to support a different way of doing this. So rather than having a procurement exercise to go and buy a service, is to work as a partner with a startup. And on the startup side, is actually to make sure that you're transparent and open about what you can and cannot do. So what's actually available now versus what's in the roadmap. And so it's still very important to stay true to that roadmap as well. Because there are going to be cases where a corporate is going to ask you to deviate from your business. And that's fine. It's just have a really honest conversation with that corporate plus yourself as to if that's the right thing for you in the longer run. And that's actually been really helpful for us to be having that mindset for both internally within the corporate, but also for startups as well.
Yes, brilliant advice, and I know we shared much more insights during the panel, and I invite our audience to download the full podcast and listen to it. But once again, Pops, thank you so much for being with us. It was a great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.